The leaders of 57 Moslem nations include named on the planet to recognize same country of Palestine and East Jerusalem as its held equity. An Organization of Muslim Company Operation official report declares U.S. CEO Donald Trump card's judgment to recognize the town as Israel's equity as invalid and empty. It as well says the go has signaled Washington's departure of its part in the Medium East world trial. Palestine CEO Mahmoud Abbas overtold the UN should get above. In a speaking to the OIC summit conference in Istanbul, Mr. Abbas told it would be inappropriate for the U.S. to be the intermediary with its bias in favor of Israel. The Palestinians had betrothed in the Trump card authority in and tried to accept same transactions of the age, he marked, but had instead of acquired the smack of the age. The Statute of Jerusalem goes to the cardiac of Israel's dispute in the Palestinians. The town is household to key sectarian sites holy to Jewish, Islamic, and Christian, particularly in East Jerusalem. Israel held the segment, previous held by Jordan, in the 1967 Medium East War and high the whole town as its undivided equity. The Palestinians complained East Jerusalem as the equity of a next country, and its definitive statute is intended to be debated in the last stages of world negotiations. Israelite independence above Jerusalem has never been recognized at international level, and all countries now support his embassies in Tel Aviv. Yet, CEO Trump card has announced how the U.S. will ultimately go its legation. They blame the U.S. of intentionally blasting world efforts and alert how it has taken into account pulse to extremist and terror. They say Washington will be detained, completely exposed for all the ensuing consequences of not retractable of the illicit judgment, and how it has efficaciously announced its departure of its part as sponsorship of the Israelite-Palestinian world trial. They later welcome all countries to recognize the country of Palestine and East Jerusalem as its held equity and ask the UN to suppose its responsibilities and confirm the town's legislative stance. The meet was called by Turkey's CEO Recep Tayyip Erdogan, a sharp reviewer of the U.S. go, who vowed to stay up to us intimidation and named Israel a country of terrorism. Yet, our reporter says, several Muslim leaders are more than pro-Trump rather than other. Saudi Arabia and Egypt just shipped ministers to the meet, perhaps to hold the U.S. on executive board. So, he adds, where was a likeness of oneness at the OIC summit conference and hard say, but slight mark how Donald Trump card was auditory. The White's building told Mr. Abbas's comments were of the type of rhetorical how has prevented world for year. A nameless formal told, we expected reactions love the. We will stay difficult at job setting along our schedule, that will gain the Israelite and Palestine folk. Israel's main secretary Benjamin Netanyahu told he was no amazed by the chief's declaration. Same Palestinians would do superior by recognition fact and operating in favor of world and not extremist, he told. In the end the true will win out and lot countries will recognize Jerusalem as Israel's equity and go his embassies where. He previous told where was no replace for the us part in the world trial.